Okay, so what is our goal today? So, since of course the last time I streamed, really I've not done too much special. I've just done dailies, farmed some stuff, and with stuff I mean I've just farmed just a new event. I've just done a bunch of normal stuff just to get the new event rolling, but I haven't done the challenge quests yet, and that I think is going to be the most important part for today. Is that we're going to get the event challenge quest done. I need to make sure to talk as much as I can over this music right here because this music is copyrighted. There we go. I have done my mirrors for today, and I don't think I want to do too much mirrors, but I want to make sure that I do at least do some mirrors just to make sure that I get my mirror coins for the day. Because I need more and more mirror coins. You can never have too many mirror coins. Whenever you think to yourself, well, maybe I have enough mirror coins now. No, you need more. Always more. At least until we have all the monthly tickets. But I'm not going to be doing too much today or right now. I'm just going to make sure that I'm just going to use up those 5 mirror fights that I have BP for right now. That should be an easy win. So the fights that I'm taking, I could take stronger battles, but I want to just make sure I get wins. So I'm going to be fighting against enemies that I think are really easy wins, but they still might take like a handful of seconds to beat. Okay, my chat died again, but that always happens. For some reason, whenever you start streaming, your chatbot dies, I think about 15 minutes, almost exactly 15 minutes into the stream, once. And then it's fine. And then it's fine for the rest of the stream. I don't know why it works like that, but for some reason that's how it works. Also, I don't have voices, but that's fine, we don't need voices. I'm gonna have to download voices at some point though. Also, I'm once again being surprised by the music that is actually in this game, because I usually play completely without music, and so whenever I play with music, I'm like, whoa, wait a second, this game has background music. Out of whack. Makes no sense anymore. I'm basically just going to bed at a random time, getting up at a random time. So I just happened to not hit any good streaming times for my North American audience in about the last week. So the reason I haven't streamed for a week is not because I didn't have time, but because I knew that my times just aren't lining up for a North American streaming time, which is weird. And I could have streamed this entire time, but I would have streamed at while North American people were sleeping, which of course isn't a good time to stream at all. And the time when North American people would be most active is when I'm sleeping. At least this is the way it's been like for the last week. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do about that, other than I'm just gonna do a stream right now and see how many people turn up. Probably not that many, and see if maybe over the next few days I can sort of change my sleep schedule to be completely different, which is really weird, to just change it with like no reason behind it other than I want to have a better streaming time. Maybe when I get it to work somehow, or maybe I'm just gonna stream for like 5 hours a day. Probably not though. Actually, I could stream for 5 hours a day, but if I did, I would have to stream another game because there's no way I'm playing Magia Record for 5 hours. As much as I love Magia Record, take a sip. is not the kind of game that I would play for hours on end. Pretty much no mobile game is. I always keep saying this, that mobile games, they are only meant to like tide you over for like a few minutes, maybe even to at most an hour a day between doing other stuff. They're sort of like filler content, and they're also, it's not just me like talking down on mobile games, it's in generally the game design as well behind the how just battles work, for example, in most mobile games. They're just supposed to be filler, so it's not something that I would play for like 5 hours at a time. But maybe I could just stream a bunch of other stuff while I'm doing this, and who knows? Maybe something good will actually come from that, but I don't think so. Because why would anything good ever happen? I could actually stream a video game. There is a video game, a 3D jump and run platformer video game that features as the main playable character Charlotte the Witch. I'm not even kidding. Such a game does exist, and I could stream it, but I would have to download it first because I don't have it downloaded right now. But maybe I can download it at some point. Not today, but for some other stream that I'm doing. I could download that game, the 3D jump run platformer that features Charlotte the Witch as the main character. Well, yeah, as I said, not immediately right now. This does look like an easy win, but I'm not going to refresh PP for it. Because we are here to do some challenge quests. I don't know how much I'm going to do today other than, you know, the challenge quests. But I am rather confident that we will be able to get all the challenge quests done. That is, until there's like a challenge quest that requires us to have blast gorillas, because I just don't. This is my team. Well, this is my farming team, but this is my regular team. It's just my regular Karin and just, you know, my support. Nothing else. That's basically all I have. And I just sort of hope that this is enough to get me through all these challenge quests. I don't think it's going to be enough to really get me through all of the challenge quests, especially on all difficulties. But at least the easy ones, I will do manual battle though. Just make it go easier and faster. Clunk. 15% dodge chance our Karin has. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something weird now because I want to have both connects up earlier. I want to end on a charge. Sure. Next turn is hopefully going to be really good. Hey Nick, how's it going, my man? Hope you're having a great day today. I'm just sort of passing the time, thinking about what I'm going to do, not today, but in the next coming days, because I need to figure out how to actually get stuff done in the next few days. And like I said, I'm probably going to try and work out to change my sleep schedule so that my streaming schedule will work out better. I've been streaming much. No, I have streamed maybe like 2 times, 3 times in the last like year, maybe, I don't know. Not really much going on. Because I have a lot of more important stuff to do. You know, I've played through all, I don't know if you were there for this, I've played through all of Hat in Time on a dance mat. All of Hat in Time on a dance mat. And I was like, that was the most awesome thing I've ever done in my entire life. And guess what? I uploaded that to YouTube, got like 20 viewers. The most awesome thing I ever did in my life, playing through all of Hat in Time on a dance mat. Like 20 viewers on YouTube, on my long running, on my channel that has been going for like, how many years? Like almost 10 years. That has 3,000 subscribers. I think somewhere around 5 million total views between all videos. And I get 20 views on playing for Hat in Time on a fucking dance mat. I don't know, like that sort of thing just breaks your spirit, and you just think to yourself, is that really worth it? Is that really worth going for it? Because the thing is, yeah, of course it was fun. It was fun doing that myself, actually playing for that time on a dance mat. But at the same time, it's not just fun. It's also a lot of work to actually set that up, to buy the dance mat. I guess it was sponsored, but even so, to get the dance mats, to set everything up, to set the controls up, to actually dance your fucking ass off. How long that took, I don't know how long that playthrough took, but it took a bunch of hours, me just dancing around, trying to get the playthrough to happen, which was rather physically draining. So even though it was fun, it was still also a considerable amount of effort that went into that. And then you see, oh, 20 people see that. Okay, sure, 20 people saw that and no one else cared about it. Doesn't feel nice. Doesn't feel nice at all. So instead, I've taken to making content for a Magia record instead, which is just a mobile game that I like playing. And I'm sort of a rather important person. I like to say that to myself, sort of pat myself on the back as much as I can, because otherwise I might just lose faith, I guess, in the community, that I'm sort of doing a whole bunch of stuff, trying to keep myself motivated as much as I can to create more content for people. And on my side, I say side channel, it's basically my new main channel now for almost a year. On my main channel, which is now the Magia record channel, I've gotten quite a bit of success. Here's the thing, in less than a year, I think it's like in 8 months, in 8 months on my new main channel, I've gotten 1,500 subscribers. On my old main channel, my actual gaming main channel that I've been cultivating for 10 years, I've gotten 3,000. So in 1 year, I've gotten 50% of the success that I got in my main channel in 10 years. Even though on my main channel, I also had a video once that got 1 million views. I literally had a 1 million view video on my channel once, on my main channel. And I had like Let's Plays. I had Let's Plays. I think I have the #1 most popular Final Fantasy III Let's Play on the entirety of YouTube. And still I got fucking nothing from it. I got 0 subscribers from that, probably. I don't know. Like, the thing is, I can keep going on and on about basically how sad my main channel, my gaming channel is on YouTube. But the thing is, why go on about all of how sad my main gaming channel is if I now have found like better stuff to do on my new main channel, on the Magia record channel now, where it actually feels like the stuff that I'm doing actually kind of makes sense and has an impact, I don't know. Also, thank you, Nocturnal Couch, for the encouraging words. The thing is, whenever you see anyone on YouTube who has like 1 million subs, who has been on YouTube for like 10 years or whatever, what you don't know, or what I guess many people do know, is that for every one person that gets 1 million subs on YouTube with a channel that is 10 years old, there's at least 2 to 3 million other people who have created videos on a somewhat regular schedule for also the same amount of time, also for 10 years, who got diddly fucking nothing for that amount of time. I'm one of them. But yeah, I'm one of many, so it's not really anything special about it. But like I said, instead, with Magia record, I found a lot better stuff with Magia record instead, and I'm more happy about that. You don't need a bit of luck, you need a ton of luck, actually. The thing is, you can actually sort of look back and say, for example, well, you call it luck, but for example, Minecraft channels. Minecraft channels are big with a very specific reason. The reason being Minecraft, of course. But the thing is, this is not something that when Minecraft first started like being released in the alpha or beta, this is not something that you knew was going to happen at that point. So you can say that it was lucky for those people that Minecraft ended up becoming big. Like, people who are big Minecraft channels, you can say, well, they're big because of Minecraft, so it wasn't luck, it was Minecraft. But they were lucky in the first place that Minecraft even got this big to begin with, so it was still luck. And this is usually how it goes for many content creators. That same with League of Legends. Also, people just got lucky that League of Legends got really, really big, and it's not specifically that they made great content about it. Although maybe that's also part of the equation. Thank you, enemies, as well, for those encouraging words. I do indeed. By the way, I do indeed read every comment on YouTube that I can, and I need to add this specific piece that I read the comments that I can, because YouTube, in case you have never run a YouTube channel that actually gets like a whole bunch of comments a day, here's the thing. First off, like 80%, not maybe 80%, like half of the comments that you get, like 50% of all the comments that you get don't show up in your feed. Literally don't show up anywhere. I've gone to old videos of mine, not just old videos of mine, like let's say a week old videos of mine that have like 20 comments, and I think to myself, wait a second, I've only been notified of like 8 or so of these comments, and then I go through the comments and I see so many new comments that I've literally never seen before, and YouTube just doesn't notify you about these comments. You literally don't get notified of about half of your comments that you get on your channel, even if you specifically go into the comment section. So first off, thank you, YouTube, for doing that. Secondly, for some reason, YouTube likes to notify you about a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't actually matter at all. For example, YouTube will always notify me of spam comments. Why does YouTube do that? Like, not only does YouTube not tell you all of the important comments, it also for somehow always notifies you of spam comments. I mean, okay, it's fine that I get to remove the spam comments. Like, for example, every time I post a video, I get like 2 or 3 just spam comments about, here's a link to this website where you can find free porn or whatever. I don't know. And I always get notified of those, and I take them down. At least I get to take them down. But even so, I think to myself, can't you just, if you can do that, YouTube, can't you just also tell me of all the important ones that I need to actually see? That I would really like to see those. I don't know. YouTube just does whatever the fuck it wants. Okay, so by the way, this is going to turn into a top right, so we can do variable, and this guy doesn't need to have it. The people that started making Minecraft videos recently and have a big channel are the ones that are actually good, lol. You can actually, yeah, that is also a part. So, some people that make it big are actually good. Hey Tiff, how is it going? Hope you're doing great today, my girl. I will indeed say that there are still channels out there that actually get big because they are doing good stuff. I'm not saying that those don't exist. It's rather that the most amount of channels out there are big because of something that they just got lucky for. YouTube notifies about fucking nothing. It is true. On my main channel as well, I also don't get notified for basically anything. There was actually a time for about half a year. There was literally like half a year, I think it was in 2019, there was about half a year, 6 months or 7 months, where YouTube just didn't notify you of any comments. Literally none. Not a single comment would get you notified in anywhere on your channel, and you had to specifically look for every single comment manually for like 6 or 7 months. That was the fucking shit. But at least it's gotten better. It's gotten better in that regard, but still not that great. I hate when people say that if you just work hard, you'll do it. Yeah, that's not true. Especially with social media, it just has so much to do with luck and timing. That it's just, man, it has to do with people when they're trying for years. There's so many channels full of quality with little exposure. Also, hi. Also, hello as well. Maybe Yanchi, hope you're doing great today as well. I know I keep saying similar words like I hope you're doing great, but it is really the truth that I hope that everyone who watches, not just my videos, but my streams, everyone who basically I come across will have the best day that they can possibly have. Because I know that, especially right now, times are being tough. Not everyone is able to look at not just the day that we're currently on, but also tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, with so much hope and the bright, cheery happiness that you would hope people would have, because things really are tough right now. But I just hope that everyone has been having at least the best day that they can have given the circumstances. Very much unlike this Sana right here is going to be very, very sad. and going to start crying very much because she's about to lose both of her girlfriends. Here's the thing, in these challenge quests, the game actually does recognize that Mana-sana is a very legitimate and good ship. Mana-sana is a really legitimate ship. The game recognizes this. The game specifically has nodes with just Manaka and Sana on it. The game knows. But then the story happens, and in the story, Sana gets cucked as fuck. She gets cucked by Yachio when it comes to Iroha, and then she gets cucked by Tsumogi when it comes to Manaka. Like, Sana literally doesn't get anyone. She gets nothing. Good day, sir. Why do the writers hate Sana so much? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you can't just tell YouTube to notify you on every single comment. Sana needs a pet for the villa. If Sana got a pet, it would probably die. Oh my god, thank you so much, Whip Jr. for these subscribers. Well, I hope you enjoy my new subscribe emotes. I say new. They used to be new when I made them, but since I didn't stream for like the past year, not that many people actually got them, but yeah, I hope you enjoy my subscriber emotes. You confused old. Maybe someday Sana will actually find someone that she likes that actually likes her back, which sounds so sad. Maybe someday Sana will like someone who also likes her. Why do the writers do this? The writers not only gave Sana probably the saddest, most tragic backstory in the entire game, almost, they also didn't give her a happy ending and continue to give her bad endings. Why do the writers do that? Why do they do that? I don't know. Also, I just noticed that I just looked at the memoria for this cool Homura. This cool Homura has 3 blast up memoria. Guess what? This cool Homura is going to overcap on blast way too hard. What I should do in this game? This is just a simple mobile game where you hit enemies until they die. That's basically all that happens. There's nothing special about this game. Too much. This is gonna sound weird, but really, the game itself really isn't anything special. And you might be wondering, well, if this game itself isn't doing anything special, why do you have an entire channel dedicated to it? Why are you making, on average, 1 video a day on your new channel for this game? If really there isn't actually that much special going on about this game, the answer to that question is because the community for this game is probably one of the greatest communities, if not the greatest community, Final Fantasy XIV speaking up there, that I've ever been a part of, and I just want to give back to this community as much as I can, and that's basically the main reason why I'm playing this game as much as I am, and why I'm creating content, why I'm streaming it, all of that stuff. And why I'm drinking myself down to it. This is a very fresh account. This account right here that I'm playing has basically just started the game, and I'm already doing really hard quests that you're only supposed to do if you actually have a really strong team. But the thing is, because I know so much about the game, I've got the knowledge, I'm still hopefully able to beat all of these challenge quests, even with a completely fresh account. That's at least the idea behind it. Was there such an amazing community with this non-special game? Well, I don't know. That's just the way it is. Maybe because it's such a niche community, and when a community is niche, they're actually more likely to be well-behaved, I would say. This game is based on an anime. This game is based on the following anime that I'm going to write in the chat, because it's not that easy to get from flag phonetically. Like, it's based on this anime. It's probably the best anime that has ever been created. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that this anime that I just posted, Puella Magi Madoka Magica, is so well written and just in general so well done that I think it would deserve to stand up to, like, let's say there was this big museum or this big archive of the the greatest works that humanity has ever written. Like all of the great literature pieces would be in there. Like Goethe's Faust would be in there. Günter Grass's Blechtrommel maybe would also be in there. Not any anime would be in there, right? Like no anime would ever make it into this archive. Maybe Ghost in the Shell. Maybe you could argue that maybe that can make it into it. Monster, who knows? Maybe that could also make it into it. But we're already scraping the bottom here. We're probably not gonna get much more in there. However, I think Puella Magi Madoka Magica actually still deserves to be in that archive of the world's greatest like works of fiction. Like, if we say, for example, the 100 greatest works of fiction that humanity has ever created, I think Puella Magi Madoka Magica deserves to be in that top 100. I think it's literally that fucking good. It's so incredibly well written that anime came out almost 10 years ago, and even to this day, people are finding new shit, and it's absolutely absurd just how fucking great it is. I might be overstating how well written it is. I don't think so. I actually don't think so. I actually really don't think that I'm overstating it at all, because Madoka Magica is standing head and shoulders above almost every single other anime that is out there. You think to yourself like, oh wait, oh my god, Ghost in the Shell, it's such a good anime, right? And you say Ghost in the Shell is a good anime, you haven't even seen Madoka Magica yet. Okay, maybe I am overselling it a little bit now because Ghost in the Shell is actually really fucking good. But I might have oversold it a little bit, but even so, I still mean all the things that I just said about it. I still mean the praise that I've said. It's the top of the pyramid besides maybe Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon isn't actually that good. Oh my god, that was a hot take right there. Oh, I don't get any hate mail from that. Sailor Moon isn't actually that good. I'll say the following. Sailor Moon is actually really good if you are really into the lesbian subtext, and if you really like the way the characters look. Sailor Moon is really fucking good. Like, if you like the character design and the lesbian subtext, especially with the actual lesbian romance that has made it into that anime, then Sailor Moon is really fucking good. But just the stories and the depth of the characters, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much on those fronts. Like the actual quality of the writing, maybe not so much. But if you like the character design and the lesbian subtext, then yeah, it's really fucking good. Yeah, the writing just doesn't compare at all. Like, Madoka Magica is literally written like an old Greek tragedy, mixed with some modern aspects. Like, for example, it is mixed with references and aspects of Goethe's Faust, very fittingly, and actually lives up to those potentials as well. Might have to watch this. Here's the one thing I'll say about Madoka Magica. Even though I say it's that fucking good, here's the thing. I also say that Goethe's Faust is also one of the best works of fiction that humanity has ever created. But I definitely didn't write Faust. I've read Faust myself multiple times, not just in school, because I went to a German school. Of course I read Faust, or Faust, as English people might pronounce it. And the thing is, even though I think that Faust is really that good, I mean, there's some lines in Faust that are so fucking good, that are just completely timeless. However, if I told someone, read Faust because it's so fucking good, I guarantee you, at least 95% of people that you tell to read Faust, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit? This is dumb. This is really terrible. I can't even read this correctly. Nennt's Vernunft und nutzt allein, tierischer als jedes Tier zu sein. Some of the lines that are so fucking good in Faust, people can't even read correctly, because it's like old-timey German, but it's not just old-timey German, it's also poetic German, and if you read the translation, of course, stuff gets lost in translation, but even so, it's written as a theater piece. It's written as a theater piece, so it's not even prose. It's written with rhymes everywhere. It's a kind of story that is written in such a way that modern people just can't fucking read it. You can't read Faust as a modern person and actually understand what is going on, You don't even get the story of what's going on if you read Faust nowadays. You can't even get to the way it's written. It's terrible. But still, it's fucking great. It's absolutely amazing. And I think what I wanted to get on about is that Madoka Magica is kind of in the same way. Like, it's still only 10 years old. It's still rather modern, right? You can still sort of get like, oh yeah, I understand the tropes, the cliches that I guess is present in modern writing that wasn't present in olden times writing of like maybe 100 years ago or even further back. For example, I've also read The Divine Comedy by Dante. So you can kind of tell that, of course, literature is evolving over time and it's still fairly new, but even so, even though I'm praising Madoka Magica so much, I also have to concede that it's the kind of story that is not actually that easy to like sort of get into and sort of to digest as much as maybe it would be for other pieces of story. It's very much not digestible that easily, similarly to Good as Faust, I would say. Even to kick off this tangent, here's the thing, since not a whole lot is actually going off on screen, because on screen I'm basically just tapping the same buttons over and over and over until I win, going on tangents is all I do on this stream. That's basically all we do. There's nothing else that we have ready for us to do. But yeah, let's see some comments. Sounds like the enlightenment of 2020. Madoka Magica came out in 2011, by the way. In fact, in like 3 months, I think in about 3 or 4 months, we're having the 10-year anniversary of Madoka Magica. But My Hero anime wasn't that good. PMI fans didn't like it too much. It's hard to put that into perspective, because the thing about the Manga Record anime is that the problem with the Manga Record anime is that the Manga Record anime has to adapt the main story of Manga Record. And the main story of Manga Record is fucking terrible. It's garbage. It's so fucking bad. I will say one thing though, in that the main story of Manga Record is still better than the main story of most mobile games. But that doesn't mean anything, because the main story of most mobile games is also fucking terrible garbage. So it being a bit better than most of them doesn't actually mean anything, but still. Overall, the main story of Manga Record is fucking bad. Also, thank you for hanging out, even if it was just for a short time, Nick_. Hope you have a nice sleep, and see you next time. But yeah, the main story of Manga Record is so incredibly bad that just having to adapt it is already making sure that the anime isn't going to be that great. Like, you can't turn such a big pile of turd, such a big pile of shit into something that's gold. You can't make gold out of that shit, you know? So here's the thing though, it's not just that, it's also that they're going to adapt it in such a way that the first half of the story has to fit into the first 12 episodes. And not just that, it has to somehow end in such a way that if it doesn't get a continuation, it's still a satisfying ending, or at least a cliffhanger ending that makes people go read the story in the game. What the fuck do you do with that? How do you take a terrible story and then also cram it into 12 episodes when really you need 24 episodes? How do you make that happen? How do you do that? How do you do that without it becoming terrible? And here's the thing, even so it's a terrible story that had to get smushed into 12 episodes even though it really needed 24. Guess what? You have Inokuri, and Inokuri, or more specifically Doro Ino, is actually a really fucking good director. Doro Ino is actually so fucking good at what he does. And he did the best with it. And this is why I personally really like the anime, because the anime does improve over the game story so much. The anime story is so much better than the game story, mostly because the game story is like 99% random bullshit that you don't need. For example, during the Sana arc, you know, the Enter Solitude arc, they spent like half an hour worth of story time trying to figure out what the fucking password is to the website. Who cares? What the fuck did that add to the story that they spent half an hour trying to figure out the password to that website when they could have just had when the website maybe didn't even need a password to begin with? Like, if the story was different, that the website didn't even need a password to begin with, then nothing would have changed. Really, nothing would have changed. Other than the story would be faster and have less bullshit in it. And that's exactly what the anime did. The anime took all of these random tangents that no one needed and just kicked them out the door because no one needs them. And that's, I think, the main reason why I actually like the anime stories so much more than the game stories, because it cut out so much random bullshit that no one needed. I might not win this, by the way. Other than that, I actually really like the visuals of Maga Record are in a lot of cases better than the visuals of even the old Puramagi Madoka, especially the TV version. The TV version of Puramagi Madoka is fucking terrible. Holy shit. Holy shit, that one was bad. But Maga Record visuals are actually really fucking good. And also the visual metaphors. One thing that I also really love about Maga Record is Madoka in general are the visual metaphors, the references, everything in there, and Maga Record completely delivers on that as well. Maga Record totally knows how to get the visual metaphors and everything to work out as well. Okay, if Karin gets stunned again, I think we just lose immediately. Let's see. Okay, we won. Why Madoka and Homura not in the Maga Record anime? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the thing I mean, Pomalek. It was fucking shit that Madoka and Homura were in the game to begin with. I know I'm not gonna catch some flack for this, but here's the thing. I'm gonna say some really divisive stuff, but it has to be said. If you are a fan of Madoka Magica for the quality of the writing, then you should rejoice that Homura and Madoka are not in the Maga Record anime, because guess what? They do absolutely fuck all in the story. Madoka and Homura are literally just in Maga Record main story in the game, just so that people go, oh my god, that's Madoka and Homura, I love Madoka and Homura. They're basically advertisements for the game. Literally, Madoka and Homura are just advertisements for the game. That's why they're in main story. So cutting them out of the anime is actually really good for writing quality, because it means that the writing can focus on stuff that is actually important, which is literally anything else. Literally anything else is more important than trying to basically have Madoka and Homura being an advertisement in the game. Now some people are going to be like, oh, you probably don't even like him. Homura is literally my favorite fictional character of all time. Not even anyone else is close. Literally, Homura is my favorite fictional character of all time. I love Homura over everything else. However, you know what else I like? It's integrity in writing. And Homura's appearance in Maga Record main story is fucking wasted. Completely wasted. And I'd much rather her not be in the story. And guess what? That's exactly what happens in the anime. Now that this tirade is done, what are we actually doing? I also think that it's... On one hand, you can say you shouldn't hold Maga Record to high standards, but on the other hand, it is still an anime that is part of the Maga Record canon, of the Madoka Magica canon. So it's understandable that people do hold it to that. It's understandable. I still don't like it. Okay, we're not gonna get evaded by the enemies. That would be weird. I like this music, actually. The appearance were basically just random cameos that did nothing. You can probably get a Magia, a Magia off. Okay, is part of the story better? Nope. It's basically the same in quality. Actually, it's the same amount of quality as the first part. Thank you so much for the follow, Yeba Dionaga. Hope you too as well are having a great day. By the way, while I continue on with this, I need to show you guys something in just a second. I don't know if if it's even noticeable, but I have padded my room out with some of these foams, which means that hopefully the audio quality will be a bit better. I can't promise that it's actually better. I did some audio testing, I did some testing, I recorded some lines before applying these and after applying these. I did notice some difference, but not that much of a difference. So I don't think it does that much, but still I think it does something. It still helps a bit to make the audio a little bit better, but eh. At least more importantly, hopefully my neighbors won't hear as much. And that's, I guess, the most. As you might have seen on my YouTube channel, I have indeed made a new video about main story Arc 2 prologue, and this is a prologue as well as the chapter 1. And I didn't actually realize just how much Karin absolutely gets destroyed in chapter 1, like emotionally. Like, it almost made it seem like the writers were trying to turn Karin into a Sana 2.0, where they just piled as much suffering as they can onto one character. Like, literally, she gets an actual full-blown depression, starts crying about it, runs away from home, takes shelter in school, and even says like, hey, I'm just waiting here until I'm get kicked out, I don't know where to go. Suffers as much as she can, and then gets kidnapped by the bad guys, gets tortured and interrogated, and then almost fucking dies and burns alive, doppels against her will, still almost dies, and then gets put in a hospital. Like, holy shit. The writers went like, well, we didn't put Karin into Arc 1, but all of that suffering that she could have had during Arc 1, we're just going to compress into one big ball and just chuck at her in Chapter 1. Holy shit. They fucked Karin up in Chapter 1. Yay. We need something really good for this. I would have liked a mock you, but this will actually do fine. Enough ranting. I'm actually sweating already, because it's still pretty hot around here. It's still like 19 degrees at night, which is, you know, fun. Very fun. This actually looks alright. Let's see. What are these memos? This is a damage up? It's Magia damage up. Wow. Just do some damage. Yeah, that's some alright damage. Yes, our final target is already on 40 MP by using 3 blasts. Because Final Target does indeed have Blast MP. Actually, does it even matter if we kill? No, we shouldn't kill Kaede. Because if we kill Kaede, we have less bad discs on the enemy side. But we can't kill Reyna either, so we should just do this. Kaden came to main story just to suffer. Yeah, Kaden is basically, why are we still here? Just to suffer. Yeah, it's basically that. Look, they're healing. But we have Magia soon, which will just kill them. We can actually get Magia next turn on Final Target, which will be GG immediately. So let's just do that. Also, you turn on my fan because it is getting way too hot in here. Which I think the microphone will be able to pick up the fan just a tiny bit. I have a monodirectional microphone that I'm turning away from the fan to help out a little bit, but it still probably will get picked up by the microphone. But whatever, I'm not gonna burn alive here. Thank you so much for the follow as well, Sura Kansaki89. Hope you're enjoying your time here. Kai was approaching their own break point. Ah, funny guy. And that's that one. Why is this one so much easier than the one before this? Like, challenge 3 was way harder than this. This is challenge 4. Okay, so we're already almost done with everything. We literally just need challenge 5 and 6. However, these are the most difficult ones, especially challenge 6, of course. If we don't run into a spot where we kind of specifically need to have blast discs, we're just gonna be fine because we have Karin. We have all the Excel discs we could ever need in a lifetime. We also have all the cuteness you could ever need in a lifetime. Sure. Maybe we can actually kill that thing. What is this Memoria? What? Wisdom up. Okay. This is my starter character when I first played this game. Well, it was Iroha. Yeah, my starter character was Iroha. The first character that I had. Oh, 4-star choice, yeah. No, the thing is, when I first started this game, you mean on the Japanese server, there was no 4-star choice. 4-star choice was something that was only implemented after like 1.5 years, maybe. But if you mean this specific account, on this specific account, it was Karin. But on my original account, no one actually. I just played with free-to-play characters. I don't know who actually. I think I just had like a 1-slot Madoka and maybe like a 2-slot Tsuruno or something that I just barely got with bucket chips. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. Even when I just started the game, like literally the very first week that I played this game, when JP was released, I already knew, rather I already figured out from the game's mechanics that having too many characters on the field at once is actually terrible, and just having 2 or 3 characters is actually the optimum. It was that obvious to me. Also, here's a fun fact, we just got cursed. Karin has like a 65% chance to ignore curse, let me look it up. Because she does have curse anti-curse as an effect. What is it? 55% chance to ignore curse. Well, it didn't happen. Could have happened, but it didn't. Also, like I said, I will try to stream more in the future, but I need to actually change my sleep schedule to make it happen. Yeah, I did get Kazumi Force Up Without Pity towards the beginning of the game, but also on the other hand, I did save like 300 rolls or whatever I had by the time her gacha actually happened. Because I literally started the game, I rolled like 1 or 2 times on the gacha just to get like any 4-star. I got lucky, I got a single 1-slot Maruka, and then I just kept saving until... Well, actually I wanted to save until Homura, but it was kind of obvious that Homura wasn't gonna happen until way later, so I just splurged my 300 or whatever rolls I had on Kazumi, and I got her. That was amazing. And then over the next few months, I sometimes would do like random 10 rolls, just because I felt I needed more Memoria or I needed more free-to-play characters, and I just somehow got multiple slots of Ren, just from random 10 rolls, because Ren really loves me apparently. And I love Ren too, so it makes sense. Damage cut? No, we don't care about that. Hey. Man, diagonal formation. If only we had diagonal blasters. Ouch. We need to set up a Magia soon. Actually, we're going to destroy IMA over here. Did you guys know that Ayame's special innate magic, or personal magic, is that she can temporarily become invincible? You wouldn't think so, because Ayame is the character who has the most amount of deaths out of any character. Also, our anti-curse just saved our ass there on Karin. There's obviously Kako more in part 2 of the story. She's not part of main story. Kako still isn't part of main story. However, here's the thing that I need to tell you guys. Kako is the main character, the star of another story. Because another story continues in Arc 2 and it focuses somehow on Kako and her harem. She's literally the star of another story, which is fucking amazing. I'm gonna need to make a story summary about that as well. But yeah, Kako is the star of another story. That's just pretty cool actually. I haven't read it yet. I still haven't read it yet. Because I don't actually read story that much, interesting enough. But it is fucking amazing. There is another story for Arc 2, yeah. I can maybe put, maybe there's a CG for it. Let me check it out. Another story. Oh, it's not there yet on the wiki. Maybe it's on the gallery page for Kako. Let me check. Am I getting ads for Kakegurui? That is such an old anime at this point. No. Okay, I was looking for Kanai's CG, or not CG, just image for another story, because I think she was in the another story image for it. I didn't find it. I found something else. Let me check. Where is it? There it is. I found this instead, which I mean, sure. Let's see. It's Kameha Magica, which of course Kako is part of. Yeah, that's a thing. Kameha Magica, what a name. How is Papa this good, by the way? I don't know. Are we able to do the last battle? I don't know. The guys did hit for really fucking hard. However, if we get some really good turn 1 setup, we might be actually able to destroy them. I don't think so. No, I don't think we have this. This could be it. This one could be it. Let me check this. Could be uncapped before Rika. I don't think Kuro will ever get anything, to be honest. Which is good, she shouldn't ever get anything. Which sounds harsh, but it's just the way the character works. Okay, so I think we want to excel, because if any one of us gets to Magia, I think we just win. Pick at Shugo Chara vibes. I have no idea who Shugo is. Or what Shugo is. I don't know this Memoria just activated. Apparently this Guardian Memoria is only Guardian when you're at low health. I didn't know that, or now I know. A sort of natural go like anime. I see. I still don't know. Can we not get both burned and cursed? Especially because Karen has both a 55% chance to ignore curse and also 30% status resistance. What is the chance we get burned twice in a row? Hey, at least the curse this time got denied, but we already lost most of our health to burn and curse. Thanks, game. Okay, this gives survive, so Karin's at least guaranteed to survive this, and then we can next turn use a Magia and do a bunch of stuff, and hopefully this Magia will be the Magia to pierce the heavens and destroy a whole bunch of enemies. Also, the fact that the fact that Ultimate Madoka's connect cured the burn doesn't mean anything, because the burn was gonna run out of that turn anyway, so it did nothing. Canonical burning. Dude, there's only 2 characters in the entire game that are allowed to burn, and it's Tart and Karen, which is really fucking sad. Let me do this. Over here, that. 58,000 might not be enough, but we definitely need to get rid of the curse, because the curse is fucking us up. I think we're fine. So this Ultimata isn't that good, but she'll still do a bunch of stuff to the enemy. Yeah, I think that's good enough. That's a bunch of buffs. Told you guys, if we get to Magia, we just win. 239,000 damage. And you guys are wondering if Karen is strong enough for this. Yeah, she is strong enough for this. Actually, this is not trivial. We need another turn after this. We literally can't finish this turn. Oh, we can almost finish. Holy shit, that damage! Oh yeah, I forgot we actually got damage up and all of those disc ups from using my 2 Magias. Damage. Damage is actually something we have. Karen's damage is pretty good, actually. Okay, so there's only 1 challenge quest left, and at some point we need to circle back to C3, because C3 was also pretty difficult. Okay, so we can start with Nanaka probably, and then, well, first we need to figure out what this challenge quest actually is, because I don't know what this challenge quest is. I could have guessed it would be something like this: 100,000, 100,000, everyone. Okay. Let's blast. I think that's what we should do. Who gives a Magia up to Granaka? Unless this is the event Moria. This is probably the event Moria actually. Yeah, this is probably the event Moria. Let's attack. Let's just attack with anything. We don't really care too much at anything. We're just gonna go next turn. So after next turn, hopefully we have a pull already on, not a pull, a connect ready on both characters. Enemies don't do much on lower levels. Okay, so we can do this, this, and that, and then we have both our pull-ups ready. Good. Also, if you specifically listen for the sound effect that happens when you get a buff or a special effect activation, it's this like sounds a bit like fairy dust, maybe a little bit like glass, maybe a little bit like that. Like for example, when you buff yourself, you hear this clear, clear. Yeah, this sort of sound effect. If you listen for it, you hear it on almost every single fucking attack that I do, and it's quite a lot. It's just Magia Nanaka. Do some damage. There's multiple event Memoria. There's one active and there's one passive. That's a lot of damage. Everyone on the enemy team is dazzled. That's good. Whee! That sound effect right there, that clinky clinky sound effect. No, let's see how much damage this Nanaka can do on her own. Maybe? Yeah, that's good. Attack up, defense up. Nothing much. Did you guys know that Kaoru's wish was to heal an injury, but not her own injury? She actually basically crippled someone else while playing football, and she couldn't bear the guilt of crippling someone else, and so she wished for that other person to be healed. What a great wish! Not that anyone cares, because no one read Kazumi Magica. The Zanakast always seems to have more effect. I can I can go into the fandom wiki and Google Wisdom up. When you look up, it's blue. It's the OWL memo, the active OWL memo. For some reason, I've seen multiple people that have that. I don't know why. There's multiple people have the OWL active memo. Okay, what do we have? Let's take Arena. Do they have Spirit Enhancement? Kind of. They have the active. Good enough. It's basically all I care about. Is do they have the active? We got the XL combo. That's good. I think we're going to use this. Let's use it on turn 1, because there's a chance we get to use it a second time in this battle if we do it right now. Let's use the manga, right? How many books is it? Okay, let me quickly do something. I need to turn off my webcam because I'm not wearing any pants and I'm about to stand up. Yay! Okay, let me check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volumes of Kazumi Magia. So yeah, that's your answer right there. We've got 5 volumes. So I'm just gonna hope that Karin gets attacked once and then we just have this. We're going to use this on 2 characters. I don't know how, if maybe one of them even dies. Probably one of them dies. But even so, let me just make sure that we don't take too much damage. I also hope for more Kazumi events, because Kazumi is actually pretty great. But we're not gonna get much of Kazumi probably because the writers don't care too much about Kazumi, I feel like. Okay, we got the 100 on there. Not quite the 100 on there, not even with the regen, but that's fine. Because we're just going to do that. And then, yeah, just this. We just won at this point, there's nothing much to do. All of the Meister shits for today has been drunk down the gullet. Okay, so here's what we do. We're about to hit this Umika for super effective type damage. I might be wondering, how are we going to hit this Umika for super effective type damage? Well, it's because this active gives variable, and variable just makes it so we always get type advantage. Isn't that fun? Sadly, we don't have much else. But that's okay. Yay. Yay, that's a kill. That just kills from full health. If it was full health, I mean, it would have still killed. Sorry, I just wanted to give you guys the sound of the voice effects, because I don't have voices downloaded, but that's the voice it would have been. Like, the Mokyu literally just has like Mokyu as the voice lines. It's literally all the voice lines, just that. Okay, this is a good one. We can probably take this one, and we're probably just trying to do exactly the same thing that we just did right now. We're just going to try and get Mokyu to Magia, which kind of depend on disc RNG. Good RNG to begin with, because we are getting our own cut into Magia is also really good. We can just snipe someone. Okay, so we're gonna get some Magia here, some MP, some meter. We used to call it meter actually, because of FGC. Okay, please give Kazumi disc. Kazumi disc. No, Kazumi disc. Oh, you fuck. Do you think there's a hope for a Void Star for support in the future? It's possible. It's possible. Don't think it's that likely, to be honest. I don't think it's that likely. Okay, we're gonna do this just to get a whole bunch of MP on Mokyu, so that we hopefully can get to Mokyu Magia rather soon. We're also gonna get Kazumi low so that Kazumi just dies from natural damage, while the other ones hopefully get blown up by Magia. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. That... I'm not going to use... Kazumi might actually get... Oh shit, Kazumi might actually get Magia off. So we're going to do this, that, and swap back on here with this, and also that. I think I'm more comfortable just making sure that Kazumi dies instead of like trying to reduce Kazumi MP and killing her later. Just kill her now, make sure she's gone, don't worry about her anymore, and then just set up the killer on everyone else. I think I'm more happy with that. We do need to have 5 void goals already. However, actually getting a void support slot would mean that's a bunch of programming that the programmers have to do, and they might not want to do that. I mean, yeah, that's legitimately a thing that the programmers might think to themselves, "Oh, I don't want to have work though." Okay, we're gonna do this, and then just that. This might already kill just the Magia itself. Probably not, but potentially it could. Okay, we just won. Actually works the void type. Hello, LeBlanc. How's it going, my friend? How does the void type work? If you mean like story-wise, the void type basically is a curse. So it's actually more fitting to call the void type the curse type. So in order to become a void type, you have to basically curse yourself with a living curse that drains your magic and turns it not into happy wishes and normal magic, but turns it into impurities, and those impurities would fuel your magic, and that's the void type. Gameplay wise, there's nothing special about void type, it just deals neutral damage to everything. And everything deals neutral damage to void type. Except Magia with variable, who has type advantage against void type, because of course Magia has that. There's literally only one quest left, and it's C3 hard, which I thought was the hardest one so far. Yeah, I also wish we had more general character development. I wish I had more general character development. I feel like my character development is just that I'm sitting here making content videos and nothing fucking ever happens. But you can't wish for that. Imagine if a character just wished for having character development. I wish Cube, you hear me. I wish for character development. And Cube just says, can't be done. Impossible. Just tell me what sort of color dragon you want. I can't give you character development. I was so excited when I heard that more coordinates were coming with Puelakea introduction. Yeah, that Puelakea is really cool. What sort of characters are going to fight here, by the way? We might just go with Iriachi just because I didn't see a good Mokyu. You know what the saddest part about my character arc is that I'm probably, not just probably, just factually, I'm never going to actually meet anyone from the Magia Discord community, because I live in the middle of Germany and there's basically no one else who's part of the Magia community in like a 1,000-mile radius around me. So that's amazing. Okay, so what do we do here actually? I think we just try to go for Magia as we always do. We're gonna get some guards, I think. I think the problem was just that this Masada just kills us. Yeah, that sucks. I don't trust Livia. I think Livia is fine. I mean, Livia might have potentially wished to kill her own unborn baby, but apart from that, she's fine. You were in Spain. Yeah, I think I remember that actually. Yeah, this is the problem. We didn't take a support that actually had we didn't take a support that had that was weird. We didn't take a support that had Quillbloom, so we don't have that. Colombia, actually, that's interesting. I never met anyone from there. We just don't have enough damage to kill them before we die. If only they attack the stunned target more, but they actually keep attacking the target that isn't stunned, which means that we actually just lose people after a while. However, if there's more guards coming in, someone's gonna die. Probably. We do no damage. This support is terrible. This support is literally god-awful. Why did I take the support with me? Okay, just attack Karin now. Just attack Karin. Okay? Keep attacking Karin, please. No, keep attacking Karin. You fuckers. Okay, no, we're good. We have Magia. I think just win, actually. Can you still keep attacking Karin? She's almost full HP. Due anima. If you want to move, I don't want to. I don't want to sound biased, but if you want to move to another country, I mean, Germany is always free. I think we just lost, by the way. We just lost. Germany has always got free spots for new people. If this hits, I'm just gonna move. Yeah, I'm done. Germany is always very welcoming of other people. We need a Madokami just so that we have someone to give us this passive status ailment resistance. So now we have 30% chance to just ignore those binds, which is exactly what we need. Why is not too afraid to do anything with Pillar Care? I think so too. Actually, anyone who's living in America and wondering about maybe going to better places, come to the EU, especially Germany. We actually got our shit figured out. So yeah, that's a good place to go to. What do we do here? I think we just try to burst a little bit. I say burst, we don't really have specifically damaged characters, but we can do a little bit of damage to get them lower while we keep building up our Magia. You see a lot of wonder. Not quite sure exactly what that means, but it sounds good. They missed another bind, that's good. We can maybe get another connect back onto Madokami. They're also fanning out their attacks a bit more, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to do a vertical here. Yeah, vertical here because it's definitely going to Shrek that crocodile down there. I should learn to Japanese in America, I'll move to university and learn it there. That sounds weird, Tiff, because weren't you rather critical of Japanese culture on the Discord server? You sounded like you didn't like Japan. Okay, so we're actually really close to victory. This time we have a way better chance of just winning. In fact, we should just have it here. Yeah, they lost their damage. They can only bind one target here. And even if right now Madokami died, the actual status ailment resistance buff actually would last on Karin. I'm just gonna end it in style. I activated auto for just a split second to skip the animation. Isn't that fun? We're done. We're actually done with all this challenge quest. I got defensive since people kept sort of buffering me, trying to discourage me. I never noticed that bit. I only noticed that you yourself, whenever I talked to you, sounded a bit critical of Japanese culture. But that's fine. Personally, even though I like anime to some degree, and I like Manga Record and Puer Manga in general, all that kind of stuff, I like playing some JRPGs. In general, I don't mind the Japanese media in general. However, I don't ever want to go to Japan, to be honest. I don't think I would like it there. I really don't think I would like it there at all. I'm perfectly happy where I am right now. Because it actually feels like I live in a country that actually knows what the fuck it's doing. Which is actually really rare nowadays to be able to say that about your country. Like, hey guys, my country has shit figured out. You can say that about maybe Germany, Switzerland, maybe the Nordic countries like Sweden, Finland, they've got shit figured out. But Denmark maybe, that's kind of where it ends. Like, what other country on earth actually has their shit figured out? I don't even know. But yeah, I'm actually kind of happy where I am right now, so no worries about this. However, no one wants to cut to Germany because people still think that Germany is full of Nazis. Not true at all, actually. In fact, like relatively, like in percentage-wise compared to the population of the country, there's more fucking Nazis in the US than there are in Germany, so take that, guys. What do we even do at this point? I think we're just done, actually, with challenge quests at least. Maybe we can grab another quick victory. Ooh, that looks like a quick victory. If we can kill the Rena turn 1, that's a quick victory. If not, we might have trouble. Or if the Kyoko gets the Puella blast combo, we also have trouble. Well, let's just see what happens. My mirror video with Karen. Thank you very much, Glyphic Mirror. I wanted to make sure that I got some really cool battles in there. Exactly what I didn't want to happen happened, but I think we're still fine. I probably wouldn't be able to wreck many teams anyway. Like if your team actually has a damaged Memoria on it, I probably won't be able to beat it, but guess what? None of the enemies on this team had a damaged Memoria on them. They probably were all one slot with like a level 1 3-star Memoria on them. Like what? These aren't even really Memoria. Thank you very much for hanging out, Yibba Yonaga, and hope to see you guys. Hope to see you again next time as well. But about the rest of you guys, I don't actually know what else to do right now because I just wanted to make sure I got my mirrors battle in, I got my challenge battle in. We can check the shop very quickly to see what I can even buy with the stuff that I've got. Yeah, basically not a whole lot at all because I'm almost done with the shop. Can you send mirror codes to me? You can add, you can like follow my character. I'm gonna show my friend code, and if you want, you can friend this account. It's my random side account. You can see my supports are very straightforward. Here's the thing: I haven't used a support that isn't all support in like maybe almost 2 years. I literally only ever use all support. I don't give a shit about anything that isn't all support, and it kind of shows my supports as well that I also only really care about all supports on my end as well. Like, who even cares about supports that aren't all supports? Also, I'm sorry about the text. People who know where this text is from are very fucking angry at me right now, probably. But that's just, you know, this has to be done. Also, I'm gonna need a title. What do we even have? We can get the Karin Doppel. Oh, I don't have Karin Doppel title. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get Karin Doppel on stream. I mean, I do have Magia level 5, but I didn't actually get her Doppel yet. So, I want to get her Doppel. I'm ready right now. Who would I want to come to the gacha of characters that already exist in the Magia Record universe or in the Madaka universe? Exceed Kazumi. I would really like Exceed Kazumi. You guys remember the times where you had like level 2 Memoria, like level 2 active Memoria on like a 1-slot 4-star character that was level 80, and your character hit for like 5,000 damage and did fucking nothing and just died in mirrors? Remember those days? Those days don't have to be gone. They are still alive right now on a Japanese server. Karin Doppel, that's not meta. It is meta on literally any. It actually is meta to use Doppel actually on Kimochi that aren't water, because Karin's Doppel actually does that much fucking damage that hits for over 1 million, which is pretty fucking good. Against Forest Kimochi, her Doppel might hit for like 3 million damage, even though it's single target. Like, a Doppel is actually that fucking good at damage as well. Arc 2 characters that we know but aren't in the gacha yet. I don't actually, here's the thing, I don't actually care about any character in Arc 2 story-wise, other than Livia. And I don't care about her gameplay-wise. Like I literally don't care about any of the Arc 2 characters at all. None of them interest me in the slightest. Like I said, I only really care about Livia, and I don't care about Livia from a gameplay perspective, so I don't even want her. I would definitely like Livia for that sweet brown color, not her assets. No. The brown color is something that is very unique and special about Magia Girls in Magia Record, because no one else has that, right? Yep. I know at least someone here is very interested in that bit. Oh, I need another thing. I like Shigoda, but then is that encouraging bad writing? You can like whoever you like, it's totally fine. I'm not gonna tell you that it's wrong to like a certain character. You can like whoever you like, it's fine. You know, you're not encouraging writing by liking a certain character. Also, I know I've heard before that people might see some problems with Rabi, because Rabi looks basically like a Native American girl, and people say, oh, that's culturally insensitive to have a character that looks like a Native American. But at the same time, if we go by the lore of Magical Girls, the lore of Magical Girls is basically that they just take an outfit they personally see themselves as. Like we saw with Madoka, and Madoka just took an outfit that she just saw herself in. She visualized her own outfit. And it's the same for every single character. Characters just take an outfit that they personally want to have, that they personally enjoy. And Rabi just enjoys that sort of aesthetic. She just enjoys the natural, the Native American aesthetic. And I don't think there's a problem with cultural appropriation or anything like that if someone just likes the aesthetic of Native Americans. Like, are you going to say that people who dress up as Native Americans for Halloween are culturally appropriating Native American culture and they shouldn't dress up as that? I don't think so at all. It goes with the folktale theme. Yeah, indeed. Oh look, it's my main account. You can tell it's my main account because this is fucking stacked. And it has good active memorias. Yay. And not good active memorias, just good event memorias, I mean. No active. I must have deactivated actives. Whatever. I don't know if Tiff is still there, because Tiff would probably have an opinion on that. I know if I played manually, I would have maybe already killed the guy by now, but I kind of want to see what auto does. I find it interesting. Especially auto when I deactivated basically everything that isn't connect in Magia. Which is just actives. People don't like it when other people use it, when others use it for their aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, to some degree I can understand why people would have problems with using that sort of aesthetic, but at the same time, it's just a teenage girl who likes the aesthetic. Is that really a problem? I don't think so at all. However, there's also a part with a sort of gray area where, for example, there was a story about a young girl, I think it was like 12 or 13, who really liked African American culture, and for like Halloween, because she liked that culture so much, she basically wanted to dress up in blackface. She didn't know that it was offensive. She really didn't know. She was like, I like African American culture. She had friends that were African American, and she said, so I want to dress up as someone like that. And so she like put black color on her skin, and then she got suspended from school. And this is the kind of problem where you say to yourself, okay, it's a sort of gray area where you know for a fact that there's nothing offensive going on here, like nothing offensive in the intention. There's no offensive intention at all whatsoever. It's just a little girl who sort of wants to connect with her friends and who likes that culture, but at the same time, blackface in itself is kind of fucking offensive. So what do you do? What do you do in that sort of face? Like that's, I find those sorts of moral questions more interesting than the fucking trolley problem. The trolley problem is fucking boring as fuck. But that sort of question that I just posed, I think that is a lot more interesting as a question to answer. Like, what should you actually do? Of course, not suspend them. I think we all agree that suspending that person was not the right thing to do. But do you tell them like, no, you shouldn't do that, or do you tell them, or do you tell them, no, you should do that, but I'm gonna have to be your bodyguard and fend off some people who are gonna fight you? I don't know. I don't know what would be the right thing to do in that situation. Just gonna say, is intention more important? Should we allow offensive things if we know for a fact that they're with peaceful intentions? It's hard. It's hard, dude. We better tell others not to be offended by that. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. You can't just tell people not to be offended by things that have been used offensively, really fucking offensively in the past, and that are still being used offensively to this day. It's not that simple. We're talking about the scenario, yeah. I think I don't know. I think I'm actually going to raise Oriko as well. I've actually already gotten Oriko to a level 80 4-star. I'm gonna try to get this Oriko up because I have a Magia team. We have Karin 3-slot, and I'm gonna get an Oriko 4-slot. I'm gonna basically have like a Magia team, and then I don't quite have the stalling power, but I do have the damage power to basically push through enemies both on single target and AoE. That should hopefully be quite alright. You're looking at all my spooks, by the way. I didn't want any of these, but I got them anyway. I wanted a Karin instead. I wanted to have a 4-slot Karin, but no. The game said, no, you're not having her. Speaking about Karin, the only thing that I still need to worry about, so I've gotten her maxed on her awakening materials. I've gotten her to Magia level 5. I've just gotten her doppel, as you saw. The only thing that's really missing is I need to make her just a tiny bit more cute by giving her all of the spirit enhancement. And most of the spirit enhancement here is just like, oh, it's like attack nodes. Yes, give her some attacks. And I've actually looked around, and I think I've actually completed every single passive node. I don't think there was a single like ability node or skill node or disc node left. I think at this point it's really just stats. It's really just stats at this point. So I was going around and I'm looking at stats, and I think I actually don't have any other node that I can get right now immediately that is attack. So we need to worry about trying to test out how many more attack nodes we can get before we run out, because I really want to have as much attack as possible, because I want my Karin Magia to kill basically anything, even water type enemies in PvE. Like for example, if I go to later PvE stages, I want my Karin to still slay stuff, even if there's water enemies. So I want all that damage I can get. So we have 2 more nodes, 2 more attack nodes that are available right now. That gets us to 46. We have 14 left. Should get up there. That's 14. That's 10 left. So we have 10 left. If we go up there, that's 7 left. We're gonna have to go up there as well. That's 3 left. So we have 3 left at the end of that. You already count this, that would be 1 left. And then we don't have much else to do. You never know how people react. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways you can worry about that. I don't think it would be fine for me to make like a definitive statement on this is the way it should be or this is the way it shouldn't be. Which is why I'm not gonna do it. It's as simple as that. Guys, if you don't know how to deal with, like I'm not saying it specifically about this situation, but in general, something that I would like to tell people in general nowadays is if you don't know how to deal with specific situations, it's fine to just say I don't know how to deal with this, or I'm not equipped to deal with this situation, and just remove yourself from the situation and say I don't need to make a comment on this. Like, do you guys know how to solve racism in America? If you don't know how to, then it's okay to say I don't know how and just move on. You literally don't need to make a statement about it if you don't know how to solve the problem, you know? If only it was that simple. If only you could tell people that. If only you could tell people that. I'll pick as much swords as possible, and the further away from them, the better. Yeah, in general, for any spirit enhancement, I would just get as many like ability and skill nodes as possible. And once you've got all those special nodes, there's only stat nodes left, just get attack for almost all characters. And this is like a hyper support or a tank, then you can get like either defense or HP, whatever. I'm sinking even further. But yeah, I'm gonna get the last few costume stories done. As you saw, there are 3 costume stories that I still have to do. The reason I'm doing costume stories is just because they give stuff. I think I get some gems for doing them, like 1 gem. It's literally just basically nothing, like 1 gem, but it's still something I get from them. Using Iroha Streamstorm Memoria and the Rika Ren Christmas Memoria, using the event account Memoria, along with Dragon Roar Memoria. That sounds like a pretty strong Magia setup, so it would be perfect for our. So after plan B, I want to move for my career because of generalized statements. Yeah, just move to Germany. I need to keep making advertisements for Germany. Here's the thing. Everyone basically agrees on the world. Everyone in the entire planet, everyone on the entire planet Earth, I can't speak right now. Everyone who is currently living on a planet Earth sort of agrees that America is basically fucked, absolutely fucked. But still, out of all the people that I see that are moving anywhere to any other country, still somehow everyone is moving to America or moving within America. If everyone agrees that the country is fucked, why are people moving to America? I don't know. Why? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. In the end, it doesn't matter. Because right now with coronavirus, people aren't really moving that much anyway. Like, not just moving to different countries or moving around, but just in general, moving outside of their home. People aren't doing that much, so I don't know. By the way, also guys, I don't want to make this political, but I need to talk real with you guys. This is the only real talk. This is the only real talk that you're going to. This is the only real talk that I'm going to give you guys in this entire stream. The real talk that I'm going to give you guys is that even if you guys elect Joe Biden, your country is still going to be fucked. It's not going to get much better. You guys should have elected literally anyone fucking else. But yeah, whatever. It's not going to get better. I'm sorry, guys, to tell you that. It's not just as a come to Germany spiel. Just go to literally any other place. I think you might be happier in fucking every other place. Go to Madagascar. I think you should go to Madagascar, whatever. You're gonna be safe from coronavirus anyway, because as we all know, viruses don't go to Madagascar, so you're gonna be safe over there. Just go to Madagascar, dude. And you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Like literally any other fucking country. Fucking Somalia. Maybe not Somalia, but literally any other country that isn't Somalia might be a better choice. Burma. I heard Burma is a good country this time of the year. Is Burma even a country or is that a city? I'm not gonna make a big fucking joke out of myself. It is a country. Yeah, it is a country. I was so confused because I thought it was the capital of Myanmar, but no, it literally is Myanmar. Go to Colombia. Colombia is a cool country as well. Look at Mitama, she's happy. And she's not from Japan, probably. Are people even allowed to be this lewd in Japan? I don't even know. Didn't you guys get fined for like looting minors if you do what Mitama does? I don't know. I think what Mitama does is kind of not legal in Japan. You know, the sort of looting minors part. Merkel is great. Angela Merkel actually is really fucking good at her job. So I'll say that about my country. I think my country has a great president. It's not actually the president, but counts. Also, Baby Anchi, there's probably no other way to say how terrible your president is if you just say our president is friends with Donald Trump. That already tells you everything you need to know about that person. Speaking about friends, so about Kazumi Magica is the author of Kazumi Magica apparently got talked to by the author of Tad Magica, which I don't have because I don't actually like Tad Magica. So Masu Gitsune, the author of Tad Magica, talked to apparently the guy who wrote this, who is Masaki Hiramatsu. It's its original story by Magica Quartet, but the story of Kazumi Magica itself is by Masaki Hiramatsu. So Masu Gitsune apparently talked to that guy. Girl. It's a guy, I think. And that's basically the reason why apparently we're getting more Kazumi at all. So hopefully we're indeed going to get Kazumi 2. When we're going to get Kazumi 3, I don't know more about that. But hopefully that's at least the idea, that we're going to get more Kazumi 2. Maybe even Kazumi 3 at some point. So I have to say though, if we are gonna get Exceed Kazumi, probably would be happening around Kazumi 3, not around Kazumi 2. Kazumi 2, they will probably introduce more of the Pleiades Saints. And then Kazumi 3 could be maybe, can't we just get a raid battle, another raid event? Give us a raid event against Dawn of Hyades with Exceed Kazumi. That would be so fucking good. The writers wouldn't even need to write that much because raid events don't have much story. Raid events basically have no story whatsoever, but you can have a raid event against Dawn of Hyades with Exceed Kazumi gacha. We make a ton of money. People love Exceed Kazumi, which by the way is actually on the cover of this manga right here. This is like the way, is it showing up correctly on the screen? I'm gonna show, wait, where is it? Wait a second. I need to redo the fucking screen. Wait a second. Yes, I want to remove this one and then add video capture device, add source, live cam webcam. There you go. Can you transform screen? There you go. In case you don't know how Exceed Kazumi looks like, this is how Exceed Kazumi looks like. And here's the thing. You could uncap Kaoru to 5-star and give her 5-star and make this her 5-star outfit. So actually, it's not actually that simple to just say there's Exceed Kazumi, because there's also Exceed Kazumi and Exceed Umika and Exceed Kaoru. We already have a 5-star Umika and she doesn't look like this, which is kind of a lost opportunity. It would have been really great if she actually did look like that. They kind of dropped the ball on that, or maybe they didn't really give a shit, or maybe Exceed Kazumi is going to have those two as her bonus attacks. Like for example, how Mokyu in right now on JP, Mokyu has all of Team Mikazuki as their attack animation. I say her because I'm used to it, but as his attack animations. So maybe for Exceed Kazumi as well, maybe those two could jump in as part of her attack animations, and that would be a really cool thing. But yeah, that would be cool. Give us Exceed Kazumi, he's cool. Or as, I'm gonna drop a spoiler here, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because you should have read it by now. Or as it should really be called, Human Kazumi, because Human Kazumi is the way to go. And if that's Human Kazumi, does that mean a regular Kazumi isn't human? What? I'll just say this, that people say that Kazumi is really cute, and I say, well, the cutest magical girl is Karin, so it can't be Kazumi. At this point, by the way, in case you guys wondering how I'm doing on main story, I need to really finish this right here. I'm gonna finish this off screen because I'm really just doing nothing while I'm doing this. But I need to finish main story chapter 3. Why do I need to finish main story chapter 3? I'm gonna tell you why. If you go into your missions, there will be a mission somewhere in here. I don't remember that. Shouldn't there be a mission somewhere in here? Did I already do it? At least I thought there was a mission to beat main story arc 2 chapter 3 for like a bunch of stuff, but maybe that wasn't actually what I thought it was. Maybe it was actually just to beat the first chapter of it, not the entire thing. Oh, whatever. But yeah, you probably want to do some arc 2 stuff anyway, just to get some of the missions done, because I think there are some limited missions that give you bonus stuff if you do arc 2 stuff right now. So you want to do arc 2 stuff right now as fast as you can, before these limited missions go away. All my chats are showing something different again, by the way. Oh, I love showing this. I need to show this once again. So, wait a second, where is it? So here, down here is the Twitch chat. You can see Twitch chat, which shows basically fuck all. Whenever you see this message right here, this welcome to chat room, it means that the chat died. The chat died multiple times in the last like 10 minutes. Then we have my stream preview. So here's my stream preview, which shows another chat down here. This chat also isn't up to date. This chat really is never up to date ever. And then you have a third chat. This right here is my chatbot chat. This is up to date. Almost always. Not always, but almost always this one is up to date. However, whenever this chat isn't up to date, I literally don't have a single chat that is up to date. There are literally times where I am not up to date the chat and literally can't be up to date the chat, because even though I have three chats open at the same time, it's possible that none of them are up to date. How do I know that none of them are up to date? Like, how would I know that? It's because if someone types in chat right now, you see my stream chat, my stream preview right now, I actually have a fourth chat. In fact, if someone types in chat, my stream preview has a built-in chat that shows on top of the stream, and that is actually where I will see chat pop up. I don't know if I can test it myself. So you see that I get some chat pop up right here. This thing really actually is 100% accurate at all times, but it only just quickly pops up on my actual stream preview itself. So actually I have 4 chats, but at least that one is always correct. But I have to actually catch the message. And that's also where I actually read most of the chat. Most of the chat I actually read off of my stream preview, because the 3 chats I have open are never correct. And guess what? You know that test message I wrote? It showed up on this chat only now after like a minute. And it still didn't show up on my actual stream preview. It still didn't show up down here. What a fucking joke. What an actual joke. In case you guys wonder why sometimes when you visit a specific streamer and they don't talk to you, then guess what? They probably do see your message, but they're fucking bad at Twitch, and it's just me who actually cares about reading what people have to say. Okay, maybe it's not just that, but it might be that. However, I'm kind of at the end of what I wanted to talk about today. Kind of at the end of the stream, to be honest. There's not a whole lot more to do. What is the origin of my channel logo? Let me check if I can check that out. I can show you guys something. Where is it? Okay, so if I go in here and get the window capture set up correctly into every single time I use set up the window capture correctly. Is that the one? It's from a game or a series of games called A Legacy of Kain. specifically Soul Reaver, where there are glyphs of magic. Wait, this is different art. And some of these glyphs, these magic glyphs, are actually really fucking awesome. And because I'm a really big fan of Legacy of Kain. My name as well, Razielem. My like Razielem itself is a name from Legacy of Kain. So yeah, not just my name is from there. I took my images that I use for branding as well from there. They're not copyrighted images because I'm not so dumb as to use copyrighted images. They're just random glyphs that you can sort of like draw yourself from memory and sort of get around copyright that way, which is kind of what I did. I just drew them myself just from memory. But you can see this sunlight glyph that I use for my channel, like on Twitch, and the force glyph. If I can get a good glimpse of the force glyph, that's the one that I use for my channel logo for Raz Anime. As you can see right here, just in a different color. Yeah, that's that. I really like that sort of branding. This is not something that many people know about, and it's something that's fine to use. Plus the Magias in chapter 10 like 7 times in a row. It's not gonna happen with me because I'm just gonna use a Karin and like a 4-slot Marukami or a 4-slot Mokyu or a 4-slot Final Tart, something like that, and I'm just gonna win. I'm just gonna win immediately right there and then and there. Awesome. Even in challenge mode, like that should work even in challenge mode. Alpha version glyphs, the kind of stuff that you find in here sometimes. Did you guys know that if you just type in random stuff on Google and just scroll down a little bit, sometimes you find some really crazy shit that you would have never expected to find with that sort of stuff. Like for example, what even is this? This is a Warhammer 40,000 figurine. Why is a Warhammer 40,000 figurine almost on top of a Legacy of Kain search? I don't know, but it's funny. I think it's funny. What else do we have? Maybe we can. I don't worry. I've saved search. We're not gonna find. No, say works out. I've saved search on. What even is this? I have no idea what this is, but that's interesting. What killed Legacy of Kain? Time. And the fact that the I need to find the image of the timeline. Can we find an image of the timeline? Just the timeline probably killed Legacy of Kain, because what the fuck is that? Okay, this is an excerpt from one of the games. This is just one part of the timeline of one of the games, and these lines are time travel, because this game is time travel as fuck. If you think Homura has time traveled enough, holy shit, you're not ready for Legacy of Kain. This is just this is Legacy of Kain 2, Soul Reaver 2, I mean. And this is just the timelines of Legacy of Kain 2. And it's really hard to find the actual image for this. Can you not see the fucking photo bucket? It's really hard to get a good sense of anything. This is also just the timeline of just one of the games, and you can see that there's like these lines on the left are different timelines and jumps between timelines. Legacy of Kain's story is crazy as fuck, and I love it. Like if you guys think like, oh my god, fucking Maga Record or Maraka Maika is crazy fucking time travel, you guys are not ready for Legacy of Kain. Holy shit. This is crazy as fuck, dude. Anyway, back to stuff. Astro Nanodesu, I was about to end stream in like the next 5 minutes. How do you guys always manage to, how do you guys always manage to show up like 2 minutes or something before I end stream? I don't know. How do you do that? But yeah, once again, this stream is also going to go up on on my YouTube as the video on demand, as the VOD. So keep that in mind. That there will be, of course, be a VOD on this. Okay, I'm searching for Legacy of Kain timeline. Why is in one of the top results Tony Hawk's timeline after it absorbed and fused with Kingdom Hearts in the Beyonders Keyblade War with Crazy Taxi and Pro BMX Matt Hoffman's? Spider-Man? What the fuck? Thank you guys for the follow, Baby Fauna. I'm not quite sure, but apparently the Call of Duty Black Ops series is indeed part of the Dawn of the Universe, with the Skate God absorbing Kingdom Hearts into one timeline. Also, thank you much, very much, Astronaut Desu, for giving that follow. So hopefully you'll reach the stream earlier next time. Also, I need to mention this once again, for all the people who weren't there. Currently, my sleep schedule is fucked up, and I'm not actually able to stream at a time that is good for a North American audience, and I really only care about North American audience because, lol, who even watches Magia or Mario content in general in Europe? Basically, no one. So I'm trying to get a sleep schedule. Also, thank you very much, Glitting Mirror. I'm trying to find a sleep schedule that sort of makes it so I can actually stream at around a time where I can actually stream for North American people. So maybe at some point in the next few days, weeks, hopefully, at some point I'll be able to get a sleep schedule where I will be able to stream way better for you guys. So yeah. This is a very simplified image that is completely fucking wrong. But hey, at least it looks simple. It's definitely not simple at all. But yeah, as I mentioned, that's basically where my profile image was from. Legacy of Kain, awesome. Legacy of Kain is probably one of the most well-written, really one of the most well-written series of games. Not just one game, but like a complete series of games that in between each other still have consistent writing that is really fucking good. Spearheaded by the absolute messiah of good video game writing, Amy Hennig. Who got bullied out of Naughty Dog. Holy shit, I'm still salty about that. Anyway, I'm basically done for today. I need to still take a look at the Tony Hawk's timeline after it absorbed and fused with Kingdom Hearts and the Jonas Forever War. Whatever the fuck that is. But as it comes to the stream, I'm basically done for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.